Recreating my old ugly nail art part 3. This winter heart design is from 4 years ago. Let me show you how I would improve it today. The first thing I noticed about this nail, besides the fact that it's literally diseased on the back, is that the heart looks really unclean and the texture on the background is just not effective. I see what I was going for, like a little snowfall situation, but So let's get to work. I'm just gonna put her back here. And I'm gonna do something we haven't done before, which is change the shape of the nail. Because I feel like an almond design really complements the heart better as opposed to a coffin. This gel polish is the white from my brand. It is a one coat wonder. I'm gonna pop that in the lamp to cure. While that's curing, I'm gonna lay out my next colors. I'm using XOXO and Moonstruck, perfect for this pastel vibe. Instead of these scratchy gradients, I'm gonna aim for something very smooth on the background. Now that isn't necessarily something wrong with this nail. It's just a stylistic choice as my tastes have changed over time. Using my Little Miss 9mm brush from my brand, I just made a very thin coat of pink in one spot. I'm gonna go in with my Easy Ombre brush and just buff out the sides very gently. The technique for this brush is super important. You want to hold it almost parallel to the nail and use a very light touch. I'm going to flash cure this in place now, being sure to remove my palette out from underneath the UV light so you don't cure all the polishes onto it. Ask me how I know. And I'm going to repeat that with the other colors, also leaving some areas of white. Make some of the blobs smaller than one another because I don't want it to be too uniform. It tends to make everything look unnatural. Blend, blend, blend. Now this nail isn't going to look like an exact version of the other one, but I think the nail behind me looks kind of like a hot mess. I don't want to make another hot mess. Look how dreamy this already is. I went in with a quick coat of glossy taco. The reason for the taco is because we want to go ahead and get that background sealed in. Since the heart is going to be a 3D element, we're going to top coat that separately. If we painted the heart with the background and tried to glob over the entire thing, it would just look lumpy. It seems like I tried to do the isolated top coat here, but I failed and it still looks terrible. So that's fine. We're going to fix it now. What we're not going to do is something super electric pink like Beach Brat. This is a summer neon polish, and that's kind of what I used last time. I'm going to tone it down a little bit so it fits in a more wintry color scheme. It's something in between these two colors, I would say. I also added a little bit of white. For the heart, I'm still going to use Little Miss 9mm because this is really kind of a halfway between a liner and a detail brush. That's exactly what I need here. When I do hearts nowadays, I just totally freehand them, but I'm going to show you guys how you would do a heart if you're a beginner. Make a little T, and from that T, I'm going to turn it into 2 triangles. God, my hand is shaking so bad. No! I always drink so much coffee right before I film these. I'm gonna draw 2 half circles on top of that and connect them in the middle of our T. This, and boop. A little bit wonky, but now that I have my basic shape, I'm gonna go and perfect that, making sure to keep that edge nice and crisp. Here we have another crucial decision to make, the glitter. This nail, I can tell that I just blobbed it in with some 3D gel and slapped it on. And that is not what we're gonna do for this one. Instead, I'm gonna get my glitter, mix it with a little bit of top coat, and do a very, very thin layer on the heart before I put on the 3D gel. Keeping it thin and also away from the sides because that can interfere with our crisp outline once we go to put the 3D gel on top. Take a glob on my brush and start building up that heart. Kind of have to work quickly with this because if you don't, it can start to spread out. I mean, this is pretty sturdy gel, but it does self-level eventually. This is the viscosity, just so you can get a sense of how thick it is. Before I cure this, I'm gonna turn the nail upside down to make sure that gravity has a chance to drag that hard gel down and make it a little bit more 3D looking. I just realized I forgot to add the white line around the heart in the background. Okay, this looks pretty good. Here's the dilemma. I don't know if I want to put these little globs of quote snow, not that they really translate like that, but I do want to try drawing something in the background, and I'm thinking a nice crispy clean snowflake might be prettier. I'm just worried you guys are gonna be like, oh. Wait, I actually like that now. Just mentally preparing myself for the comments that are gonna be like, the snowflake ruined it, but I don't care because I like it. I'm gonna give it a special treatment to make it stand out even more. Instead of top coatings, I'm gonna grab some transparent acrylic powder and just dump that over the nail to give it kind of like a raised snow effect. Boop, boop. No, that looks so cute. Look how nice it looks from the side too. I'm gonna repeat and do another snowflake here and then we're done. Final acrylic powder dump. By the way, you guys, you don't cure this until the acrylic powder's on it. You dump the acrylic powder and then cure it. It's done. Okay, let's compare. God, the other one just looks so dirty now. I just want to scrub it clean, like, Just had to knock down the exposure for a second so you guys can really see that gorgeous glittery effect on the new nail. Love it. I should do more recreations and follow me for more crazy nails.